So I'm here on the Sunshine Coast, and I'm accepting a petition from Cheryl here and the residents of the Sunshine Coast. And you've got how many? Over
1,100.
1,100 signatures in a very short period of time of people that are upset with David Eby and the NDP. Why? Because of their so-called dock management plan. Now, if you haven't heard of the dock management plan, you've probably heard of their plans for Land Act changes, where they are going to enter into agreements with 200,000 First Nations across 204 bands across the province that would effectively provide a veto to 5% of the population over 95% of public lands. And that's not a good idea, which is why the NDP are temporarily backing off on that while they do further consultations. The problem is, that's exactly what they're doing with their dock management plan. They're saying to people that own docks or have had docks in their families for generations, we have a whole new approach that you're gonna have to live under. This is the NDP government's fault because they're taking that decision making and any of the advice and influence out of the broader community and saying we're just going to do it with the First Nations at the expense of the broader community. People want to have their voices heard. They shouldn't have to sign 1,100 names on a petition to get the government to listen to them. Listen to the public, David Eby and the NDP. It's about time we start listening to the broader public and act in the broad public interest. So I'm going to take this from you and I'm going to make sure we present this in the legislature and let people know, to the NDP government and David Eby, start listening to the public.